Welcome to SoundWords. In this Halloween special, we have something thrilling for you. Today, we're going to learn and practice English with a spooky story. Don't worry, this version is short, simple, and perfect for language learning. The story you'll hear today is called The Castle of Blood. It's a mysterious Halloween story about a quiet village, a dark forest, and a castle that hides a terrifying secret. So sit back, listen carefully, and let's begin this dark and exciting English adventure. Long ago, on a cold October night, a small village rested at the edge of a deep forest. The people there spoke in whispers about the old castle that stood on the hill. They said no one who entered it ever came back. On the night of Halloween, the moon was full, and the wind carried strange sounds. The trees moved as if alive, and the air smelled of metal and fear. In the distance, the castle lights flickered. The villagers locked their doors and prayed for morning. Inside the castle, time stood still. Shadows moved along the walls like living smoke. The great hall was silent, except for the sound of slow footsteps. A candle burned low beside an old mirror. The reflection showed not one face, but two. One was human, the other, pale, with sharp eyes that glowed red in the dark. The air grew colder. From the window came the flutter of wings. A whisper echoed through the room. Something ancient had awakened. In the village below, a group of travelers arrived, unaware of the castle's curse. They laughed, they sang, and they said ghosts were only stories. But when midnight came, they saw a shadow move across the moon. The laughter stopped. One of them pointed at the hill, where a tall figure stood watching them. He didn't move, yet somehow he was suddenly closer. His eyes were cold, his smile sharp, and his voice soft like silk. "Welcome," he said. "You came just in time for the feast." The castle doors opened by themselves. Inside, the air smelled of dust and roses. The walls were covered with portraits, faces too real, as if they were alive. The travelers followed the sound of a violin playing a slow, haunting tune. Then, one by one, the candles went out. Only the moonlight remained. From the darkness, the figure appeared again. His face was pale as marble, his lips red as blood. He spoke with elegance and calm. "Do not be afraid," he whispered. "I only take what I need." The last thing they saw were his teeth shining in the dark. The castle lights went out, and silence returned to the forest. Days later, the villagers found the traveler's carriage outside the forest, empty but still warm. The horses were trembling. No one dared to go near the castle again. Some say they still hear the violin playing when the moon is full. Others say the vampire waits, watching for the next Halloween night. Now, let's go over some of the important vocabulary from today's Halloween story. These words will help you understand spooky stories better and sound more natural when you speak English. I'll say the word, explain it simply, give you an example, and then we'll repeat it together. Ready? Let's go. The first word is whisper. A whisper is when you speak very quietly, so no one else can hear. For example, she spoke in a whisper because she was afraid. Now repeat this one. He heard a whisper in the dark. Good. The next word is shadow. A shadow is a dark shape made when light is blocked by something. For example, the tree's shadow looked like a monster. Now repeat. A shadow moved across the wall. Next, we have pale. Pale means having little color in your face. often from fear or sickness. Example: his face turned pale when he saw the ghost. Repeat this one. She looked pale and scared. The next word is flutter. To flutter means to move quickly and lightly, like a bird's wings. Example: the bat fluttered near the window. Repeat: the curtains fluttered in the wind. Now the word haunting. Haunting means something that stays in your mind because it's beautiful and a little sad or scary. For example, the music was haunting and mysterious. Repeat: I remember that haunting melody. The next word is feast. A feast is a large meal, often for a special event. Example: they prepared a Halloween feast. Repeat: the vampire invited them to a feast. Now the word curse. A curse is a kind of dark magic that brings bad luck. Example: the castle was under a curse. Repeat: the witch cast a terrible curse. The next one is tremble. To tremble means to shake from fear or cold. Example: the horses trembled in the dark. Repeat: she trembled with fear. The last word is ancient. Ancient means very, very old. Example: the vampire lived in an ancient castle. Repeat: it was an ancient secret. And there you have it. You've learned new spooky words and practiced them through a dark Halloween story. Remember, learning English can be fun, mysterious, and even a little scary. Keep practicing, keep listening, and your English will grow stronger every day. This is SoundWords, and this was your Halloween story. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like the video and follow for more stories, Halloween style. Until next time, stay brave, stay curious, and happy Halloween.